Welcome to Echoes of Africa, where hidden stories, bold voices, and untold truths rise from the heart of the continent. Before you dive in, hit subscribe and turn on the bell, because every echo here reveals the Africa they don't want you to see. Africa is launching into a new era, not by digging deeper into the ground, but by reaching higher, right into space. Across the continent, African-built and African-operated satellites are becoming central to climate resilience, disaster prediction, and data sovereignty. What was once a gap in global forecasting is now Africa's chance to lead. The turning point came when a landmark initiative was launched, a continent-wide effort to use space-based data to forecast extreme weather, floods, droughts, and climate disaster risk across Africa. This effort is not a minor project. It's a transformative game-changer for the continent. Satellite data, Earth observation, real-time alerts, and nowcasting hubs are being established so African institutions can monitor, analyze, and respond to hazards with their own tools and infrastructure. Under this transformation, Africa is building its own network of regional centers that process live satellite data and turn it into actionable, life-saving weather forecasts. These centers will serve Western, Eastern, Central, and Southern Africa, and they deliver locally relevant early warning products tailored to each region's climate and hazards. Africa is shifting from being a passive recipient of data to being an active producer of it. Meanwhile, national space capabilities are ramping up. Several African countries now operate Earth observation satellites or host stations that monitor land use, water, vegetation, flood zones, and atmosphere. These systems are enhancing satellite access, data processing, modeling, and forecasting across the continent. Engineers, scientists, and meteorologists are gaining experience, universities are building programs, and a new ecosystem of climate tech is emerging in Africa. All of this builds toward one powerful goal: data sovereignty. For too long, many African nations have depended on foreign satellites or external services for weather and climate data. Now, Africa is equipping itself to collect, interpret, and deploy satellite-based climate forecasting infrastructure on its terms. African governments will be able to warn citizens of disasters hours or days in advance. Communities will adapt faster, farms will plan smarter, lives will be saved. In one region after another, policymakers, climate scientists, and regional partners came together to commit to accelerating the integration of space-based technologies into Africa's early warning and disaster resilience systems. Partnerships between domestic meteorological services, regional climate centers, and satellite agencies are forming the backbone of this transformation. Africa is stepping up, not waiting. This evolution is not only local but global. When African nations contribute more satellite data and forecasting capacity, global climate and weather models improve. The world's understanding of weather, disasters, and climate is strengthened by African inputs. Africa's role in global forecasting is becoming more influential. The benefits spread far beyond forecasting. Accurate, space-based weather intelligence unlocks a wave of development potential. For agriculture, it means knowing exactly when rain is coming, when drought is likely, or when floods might devastate fields. Farmers can plan, governments can act, and losses from climate shocks can shrink drastically. Water systems benefit, too. Satellite data helps track reservoir levels, river flows, and groundwater systems. Infrastructure planners can use this intelligence to design smarter projects, dams, irrigation systems, flood defenses, with less risk of failure or wasted investment. When it comes to disasters, storms, heat waves, floods, wildfires, Africa's upgraded capability is a game changer. Early warning centers will issue alerts tailored to local risks and communities. Urban areas and remote regions alike will gain improved readiness and resilience against extreme events. And there's an economic dimension. With advanced space infrastructure, Africa can build a new industry in climate services, weather intelligence platforms, satellite analytics, data-driven solutions for agriculture, water, logistics, and insurance. This means high-skilled jobs, domestic innovation, and new export-oriented sectors rooted in African expertise. Technologically, launching, operating, and analyzing satellite systems builds capacity. Engineers, data scientists, and developers across Africa are getting stronger. National space programs are gaining momentum. The continent is mastering its future, not just borrowing it. Yes, there are challenges. Africa's meteorological and satellite systems vary widely. Funding, skills, and infrastructure are uneven. Processing large volumes of satellite data requires cloud computing, connectivity, and trained staff. Ensuring that all countries benefit, small and large, is a real task. Governance matters, but leaders are already acting. New continental frameworks, partnerships, and space agencies are being created to coordinate national efforts, standardize approaches, and deliver at scale. Africa is showing it can move beyond pilot projects into sustained operations. The narrative is shifting. Africa is not just a stage for foreign space agencies. It is becoming its own space power. Tomorrow, satellites from Africa won't just capture images. They'll power decisions, protect lives, and shape economies. The continent is stepping into the arena of global climate data providers. Africa's moment is here. You've been watching Echoes of Africa, where every story carries the sound of tomorrow. If this moved you, subscribe now, like, and share so Africa's voice never fades into silence.